What's up and welcome back to Cryptographics. Today we're going over the current state of Ethereum. And currently, the Ethereum ecosystem is suffering from major issues from a user perspective. High gas fees, power consumption, and network congestion are some, just to name a few. Users are often having to wait hours before getting a low enough cost for gas fees to make a transaction. Often, users avoid the swap entirely and just move to different networks. Ethereum also requires a high rate of power consumption for proof of work to function and validate blocks. As nodes all put in computational work in order to validate a block and get the reward, only one node will solve the computation. This means that every node that did not solve the puzzle wasted all the electricity required to attempt to solve the puzzle, thus making proof of work a very wasteful protocol energetically and consequently causing more environmental burden than required to do the work. If Ethereum and Bitcoin were a country, and this is obviously combining them both together, if Ethereum and Bitcoin were a country, its CO2 emissions would have it placed 14th in the world for most emissions per year by country, barely behind Saudi Arabia. The carbon footprint of one single Ethereum transaction is equivalent to 265,806 Visa transactions or 19,988 hours of watching YouTube. The power consumption of one transaction is equivalent to 7.27 days of consumption from the average US household. This is all due to the proof of work consensus that Ethereum uses to mine blocks and validate transactions on the network. So, what is ETH 2.0 then? ETH 2.0 is hopefully the soon to be released solution to many of these problems. It is the merging of the current Ethereum blockchain with the new proof of stake consensus beacon chain, which will eventually add 63 shards for a total of 64, including the original chain being developed on. The upgrades allow for upwards of 1,000 transactions per second and may someday be able to process upwards of 100,000 transactions per second or even 150,000 transactions per second with the use of rollups. There will be 4 main phases of launch, meaning the upgrades will take some time to be implemented even after the shard chains have been installed and the consensus has moved to proof of stake in phase 1. Phase 0 was the beacon chain, launched on the 1st of December 2020. This is the core chain that makes sure the shards across the network are kept in sync. It achieves this using validators. Phase 1, which is the merge, the latest update we are all waiting on, is when Ethereum's data and transactions will be run on the shard chains. These are proof of stake blockchains that use validators to confirm transactions, create blocks, and communicate with the beacon chain. It is expected that Ethereum 2 will begin with 64 shards. At this point, they will not be supporting smart contracts or accounts. Phase 1.5 is when the legacy Ethereum chain becomes a shard on the new Ethereum blockchain. In this phase, the legacy Ethereum network will transition to a proof of stake network and be connected to the main Ethereum 2 chain. Phase 2, shards fully functioning. The shard chains will be fully functioning and able to communicate with each other and run smart contracts. But here is the unfortunate truth about ETH 2.0. It will not reduce gas fees until much further down the road once the rollups and L2 implementation occur alongside the sharding. Here is a clip of Tim Beiko from the Ethereum Foundation talking about the misconception with gas fees.
So there are some misconceptions out there about what will happen on Ethereum after the merge, particularly around whether and how gas prices might change. Can you clarify what it is that people should expect in terms of gas fees?
Right. So in short, gas fees should basically stay the same. The merge doesn't really change the throughput of Ethereum. It does a tiny thing, which blocks are now 13 seconds and they'll lower to 12 seconds. So, you get like 9% more throughput. And so in practice, if all things were perfectly stable, you would imagine fees go down by like 8-9%. But there's so much volatility on Ethereum that's basically nothing.
So what exactly is there to be excited about with ETH 2.0? Initially, it will be a move to a more eco-friendly consensus. Nothing that any users of the network will see a major benefit from. Fortunately, though, not all hope is lost for Ethereum users. There is a solution that increases transactions per second and, most important for all of us, gas fees that are going to be a fraction of a penny. And while this won't last forever, it will start initially there and we don't know how long it will go up from, but it will be a significant decrease in cost per transaction for quite a while. Am I talking about Binance Smart Chain, Solana, or any blockchain currently in existence? Sort of. This incoming tech solves many issues that Ethereum users currently have, plus It brings over all of the tokens that Ethereum users currently hold and gives every user a free copy of all of their tokens on the new network in the world's largest airdrop. All other blockchains or attempts to build a blockchain that solves the issues outlined in the beginning of the video have failed to do this. So, what is this new blockchain? Well, it's called Pulse Chain. Pulse Chain is the proof-of-stake fork of Ethereum code that utilizes the most tested and smart contract-enabled blockchain technology with little bits of text stolen from the Binance code to really ramp things up. It is a faster, cheaper, and more eco-friendly version of Ethereum that gives you all the tokens you owned on Ethereum as ERC20 tokens, which will now be called PRC20 tokens, or PRC tokens in general. All ERC tokens will be copied from ERC20 to ERC721, which is just your standard Ethereum token, to NFTs. It's all going to be copied and beyond. And you will get a copy when it all goes live. All you have to do is change your network settings in your wallet to get your tokens. It costs you nothing. Best of all, even on top of the fact that you will get a duplicate of your existing tokens for free, you will have the opportunity to get in early on 2 new tokens that are native to the Pulse Chain ecosystem, Pulse, or PLS, and Pulse X, or PLSX, which you could think of as the Ether and Uni tokens of Pulse Chain. In addition to being able to get another shot at being early on a potentially hyper-successful Layer 1 blockchain, you can buy the PLS token as well, which is like the Uni token, but on steroids. I won't get into the technical details here, but if you go to my previous videos, even the yesterday's video, explain exactly why PLSX is a monster opportunity alongside the Pulse token. Unfortunately for Ethereum users, the ETH 2.0 merge will not fix the gas fees and the network congestion. However, Pulse Chain could very well be the exact solution investors have been waiting for in ETH 2.0 in the meantime, before the entire implementation of ETH 2.0 comes along. Pulse Chain has not come out yet and has been delayed, just like ETH 2.0 has consistently been. There is no exact date or even hint as to when we can expect Pulse Chain to launch, though it has been expected to beat ETH 2.0 to market. We'll see. There is the Pulse Chain testnet version 2B that is up and running if you want to test out the network and see just how easy to use and fast the network will be. For the most up-to-date news on Pulse Chain, follow Richard Hart Win on Twitter. That's at Richard Hart Win, as well as myself at Cryptographics. And go to pulsechain.com and pulsex.com, which all the links will be in the description below, for more info on what is coming very, very soon. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash the like and subscribe button and drop me a comment. As well, if you want to support the channel, you can go to cryptographics.com and you can buy some merch, or you can book a call. You can join the YouTube membership. You can donate if you so choose as well. And finally, there are scammers in the comments. Please ignore them. If it doesn't say my highlighted name bar saying Cryptographics, it's not me and it's not me talking to you. So thanks so much again for watching. Have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.